Welcome to Brain Academy. In this video, we are going to talk about the structure of atom and how to make atomic structure of a particular element. What does atom look like? So atom is actually made up of three particles, which are protons, electrons, and neutrons. They are also known as subatomic particles. So at the center of the atom, we have a nucleus where we can find two types of particles that we just talked about. And around the nucleus, we have different orbits. We have another type of particles revolving around the nucleus, just like our solar system. So these red color particles are our protons. These green particles are our neutrons. Both of them are present at the center of an atom. And then finally, we have our yellow particles, which are revolving around the nucleus, are electrons. Then we have the orbits, which are also called shells. So we have our protons, neutrons, and electrons as subatomic particles. The protons are positive in nature. They have plus charge, so they are positive. And then we have our electrons. They are negative in nature, which means they have minus charge. And then finally we have our neutrons. They are neutral in nature. They don't have any charge at all. The protons are represented as P+, the electrons are represented as E- because they have negative charge, and neutrons as N0, they have no charge at all. Now that we know about the structure of an atom, let's make the structure of a particular atom, how to make structure of any atom. So to make an atom, first you need to know certain things about that atom. You need to know the number of protons and the number of electrons of that atom, which is always equal to its atomic number. And then you need to know the number of neutrons of that atom, which depends on whether the atomic number is positive or whether the atomic number is odd or even. So the number of protons and the number of electrons are always equal to their atomic numbers. The positive and negative charge are always equal in an atom. And then the number of neutrons is also equal to the atomic number if the atomic number is even number, and if the atomic number is odd number, then we just add 1 to the atomic number to find the number of neutrons. There are obviously exceptions to this rule, but for now we are not going to look at those. At last, you need to know how many electrons can you put in each of the different shells around the atom. So we have our nucleus and we have our shells around the nucleus, which have their own unique name. The name of the first shell is K, and then we have L, and then we have M, and then we have N. The first shell can hold up to 2 electrons. After that, all the remaining shells can hold up to 8 electrons. And then we are going to put electrons here and we are going to make structure of atom. Okay, now that we know everything, let's make structure of an atom. So let's look at an example. Let's take carbon for now. So we have our carbon element. Its atomic number is 6, so it's an even number. Now we have the number of protons equal to the number of electrons. They are always equal, which is equal to the atomic number. And the number of neutrons is also equal to the atomic number in this case, because it is an even number. Now, first we begin by making the nucleus. Inside the nucleus we have 6 protons and 6 neutrons. And then we make the shell. So this is our first shell. We have 2 electrons here. And then we need to make another shell because there are 6 electrons. So we put the remaining 4 electrons in this second shell. And we have 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons in this atom. And we get our atomic structure of carbon atom. So this one was pretty simple. Let's look at another one, fluorine. So fluorine, we have the atomic number of fluorine as 9. And again, we have the number of protons equal to the number of electrons, which is again equal to the atomic number. So we have number of proton equal to the number of electrons equals to 9. Whereas the number of protons is not 9 because it is an odd number. So we have 9 plus 1, 10 newtons. So in case of odd number, we just add 1 to find the number of newtons. Again, we make our nucleus. We put 9 protons here because we have protons and neutrons in the nucleus, and 10 newtons. And after that, we just fill up the electrons. So we have 2 electrons. We can put only 2 electrons in the first shell. And then we have remaining 7 electrons in the second cell. Because in the second shell, we can put up to 8 electrons, right? But we are just going to put 7 electrons because the number of electrons is 9 here in case of fluorine. And we have the atomic structure of fluorine. And that's it. That's how you make atomic structure.